So now we'll discuss about working with list in Java. So under list hierarchy, we have classes like array list, linked list, then vector. So we'll discuss the methods of each and every class in detail. To start with, we'll understand certain basic idea behind list interface. So list interface is a child of collection interface, so which inherits all the properties of your collection. And whenever you store an element into the list, which is always in a sequential way, so which means that elements are stored in position based, and if you wish to access any element from the list, you can go with position or indexing. And the index is always starts with the 0 in list, and if you wish, you can store duplicate elements inside the list also. And if you would like to process all the elements of a given list, then you can go with an iterator. So iterator is an interface which allows you to access all the elements of your list classes. And then now we'll start with an array list class. So array list class is a child of the list interface. So array list class implements the list, and it is a dynamic array. And whenever you add an element into the array list, it grows dynamically, and whenever you delete an elements from the list, it shrinks dynamically, right? So compare with arrays in Java always starts with a fixed size, but in array list it is entirely dynamic in size. And array list provides you efficient way of insertion and searching elements in arrays. And so if you want to perform a lot of random accessing, then array list is a better choice in the collection class, right? Then if you want to create array list in Java, this is a syntax. Array list, then within angle bracket you have to mention the type of your list. Then for adding element into the array list, there is a method add. So for the add method, you can pass position as well as the element you would like to add into the list. So here we are going to add a number 42 into the index 0. And if you want to perform random access, so if you want to know the element in a particular index, then you can go with the method get of. So inside get method, you can pass your position, and the corresponding element is being accessed inside your list, right? And moreover, list allows you, it is an ordered collection. So if you add an element, the first element is added in the 0th index, the second element is added in the first index. Likewise, elements are position oriented, and the elements will not be sorted. The way you inserted, the elements get stored. There is no sorting will happen in the array list. So this is certain basics of array list. So here we are creating an array list with a string type. So here we are adding strings like, so we are adding 1 to 3 elements into the list. So size method returns the number of elements of your array list. So in that case, this will return 3. So we have 3 elements in the array list. And contains method will simply search your list for a given element. If the element matches, it returns true. If there is no such element in the array list, it returns false. So for the given case, this will return false. Then test dot contains, so this is a particular high string which is part of the list, so this will return true. Then for removing element from the array list, you can go with the remove method. So remove of hi method will simply remove the element, and it shrinks your array, so the size of your array also get reduced. So the initial size of the array list is 3. Now after removing, the size of the array list is 2. Now we'll get into the iterators. So iterator is an object. You can create a reference for an iterator, and using the iterator you can traverse or you can process the entire collection. So for an array list, so this is how we create an array list, and for accessing all the elements of the array list, we will go with an iterator method. So we are creating a reference to the array list with the help of iterator. So this will return reference, And inside the iterator we have two major methods, has next and next. So the has next method will always return boolean. If there is a next element in the array list, it will return true, and if there is no next element in the array list, it will return false. And the next method will always return an object. So while fetching elements from the array list, it always return it as an object. And if you wish to print it, you can do it like that, or if you want to process something else, you can do your own logic inside the while statement. So apart from iterator, so iterator is introduced in Java to overcome the issues of enumeration. So enumeration is a legacy interface. Still Java provides support for enumeration, but it is recommended to avoid enumeration. Instead, we can go with an iterator. Um, so in the basic difference with the iterator and enumeration is, in iterator, while you access the elements of the given list, if you wish, you can remove it. It is very easier. But in enumeration, you cannot remove an element while accessing it. And we have methods like has next, next, and remove. We discussed in the earlier session. Now we'll come back to the variation of iterator, which we call it as list iterator. So list iterator is meant for accessing the elements of the list. Here you can here you can access the elements in both direction, so forward and backward. So there are methods like next and previous. So in iterator we have next method alone for accessing the element from the list, but in list iterator we have two methods, next as well as the previous. So you can iterate the element in both the direction if you are using list iterator, right? So this is a task for accessing a array element with list iterator. So here we have created an array list of string type. Suppose if you wish, you don't need to mention the type. So it is better to mention the type while creating the array list itself. So here we are creating array list with the three elements 1, 2, 3, and we are creating a list iterator. So list iterator, and we are using the methods like previous index, then next index. So it will simply returns the index number. So 0 will be printed, and next index 1 will be printed, and next in the sense it will move the cursor to the next position and returns the corresponding object, and previous index and next index. So likewise you can use the methods of list iterator for accessing elements in both the directions of a given list. So now we'll discuss the usage of for each over iterator. So apart from iterator, if you wish, you can use a for each statement also for accessing elements from the given list. So in for each, you can create it like that. You can have a for with an object type, and here OA represent your array list, and here we are trying to access all the elements, and this is a conversion. Suppose if the elements of array list, it is of your own class type. So here is a fruit is a user defined class. So I have to convert the object from the array list into my fruit type. So here I'm doing the conversion. So this is how you can use for each also for accessing elements of your array list instead iterator, right? But the difference with iterator and for each is, in iterator, while accessing elements or while iterating the element, if you wish, you can remove it from the collection, but in for each you cannot remove it. Instead you can simply iterate the elements of your array list. So this is the combination of both iterator and list. So here we have a method print. So emp is a class type of the collection. So here we are using iterator of a particular type. So E is a collection. So we are creating iterator for the given collection, and so the condition over here is has next. So if there is a next element in the collection, you are going for the next iteration. So this is a combination of your for with iterator. So I dot next simply returns the element from the given array list. Then this is a combination with enhanced for loop or for each loop. So here for, so this emp is an object type of, so here the object here the class type is emp, so t is an object reference and e is the collection type, and so here we are simply printing the object. So comparatively, for each or enhanced for loop is better when compared with the normal for loop. So in linked list, there are certain special methods which are part of a linked list alone. So in linked list, if you wish, you can add the element in the first, or you can add the element in the last. And if you wish, you can get the first element, you can get the last element, and if you wish, you can remove the first and remove the last, right? So these are all certain additional methods which are part of linked list, and these methods are not there in your array list. So regarding vector class, so vector, it is also a global array of objects in collection, and the comparison with array list and vector is, so the vector method, so what are all the methods comes with vector class are always synchronized for a thread safety. Suppose if you are working with multi-threaded environment, if you want to ensure the thread safety, which means that accessing a single vector by multiple threads. So whenever you come across these kind of scenarios, you have to prefer vector instead of array list. So vector methods are always synchronized, and so which is a part of a list interface. And if you want to create a vector, you can go with a vector v with the constructor, or you can create it like that also. So you are creating a reference for the list and you are creating object of the vector. So here list is treated as a parent and new vector of treated as a child. So here what we are doing here is parent is holding the child object, so which is allowed in Java. So you can create vector like this also. So there are certain important key points you should remember regarding these three classes. So if you want to maintain the order of your elements, or if you want to maintain the position oriented operations, then you have to prefer list, and you can perform insert, delete, update operations easily in list. And array list, linked list and vector, these are all the child of list interface. And if you want to perform frequent insert and update, you can go with it is preferable to go with a linked list. And if you want to go for random fetching, it is preferable to go with an array list. Then array list and linked list are not synchronized with multi-thread environment, but vector is synchronized. And if you would like to go with multi-threaded environment with a thread safety, then it is preferably to go with a vector instead of array list and linked list. So which is the synchronized class? So here vector is a synchronized class. Which of the following class? Position based operations. So all the three list classes are position based in Java. So far we discussed about array list, linked list and vector in collection class.